Hey, what's up everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all doing well. So with the new style of videos, I wanted to do a 180 turn and start at the beginning. It's all fine and dandy to start explaining things like open worlds, etc. But what if you don't know how to play the game? Well, look no further. As the title states, we're going to dive into some tips and tricks to get you started and learn how to play a game called Warframe. I'll timestamp the topics as we go, so if you're looking for something specific, you can use the chapters in the timeline or look in the description box. But yeah, as always, my name is Swag and I make random videos on Warframe. If you liked the video, make sure to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, share the video, and all that good shit. Right, so how do we play Warframe, and what are some tips to help you along? Number one would be movement. Well, the new player experience already makes you familiar with the base mechanics of the game. To sprint, dodge, duck, slide and run, etc. But how do you actually move in Warframe?
Speed.
So the movement system of Warframe is unique. It's fast-paced, it's super fun, and makes for some really flashy gameplay. But there are also some practical reasons why you'd want to move fast, bullet jump, dodge, and roll. The enemy AI can't hit you when they can't target you. That's quite obvious. So if you move fast enough, you won't take any damage. Think of Gauss. Dodge rolls also give you 75% damage reduction and do away with almost all dashing enemies like maggots. Now I'd say the standard movement combination would be a slide into bullet jump, double jump, roll, and aim glide if you need to go really far. When I started playing Warframe, my buddy Timber told me the most important input combination you need is control space, control space, control space. He couldn't have been more right actually. Especially when you're on the plains of Eidolon for the first time without an Archwing or K-Drive, which allow you to fly or ride aboard, you'll most definitely need this mechanic. Coming to number 2 would be modding. Now modding is a very deep topic at the beginning of your Warframe journey. There are tons of mods, and honestly, it's a little confusing. Especially if you never played a game with skill trees and individual weapon enhancements before. With modding come two subtopics though, which would be how to farm credits and how to farm endo. Since you need both to even upgrade mods, it would be easy to say do this or do that, but as a new player, you don't really have that many options. So let me spill the tea on how to mod as a new player. When in your arsenal, go to the Warframe or weapon you wish to mod. Hover over their icon and press upgrade. Your modding screen will pop up, and with the modding screen you also get a very nifty ability screen. This is where you can check what mods affect which stats of your abilities. Building a Warframe for specific abilities will give you a slight advantage over other newer players, since you're specializing and enhancing your frame to put out max damage or be the best defensive frame, etc. Now this is a really rudimentary way of modding, but it's still used in combination with some more advanced techniques in the later stages of the game, so get familiar with it. Also, it took me forever to realize that number 1, you can upgrade your mods with credits and endo when you click on the Actions tab, go to Mods and infuse your selected mod. There's no need to run back and forth from your arsenal to the mod section, you can just do it all in one screen. Second thing that I wish I knew about when I started is the auto modding system. You can have Warframe choose mods to put in the slots if you don't want to bother with it yourself, or just straight up can't be fucked with it and just want to play the game. The cool thing about this is the auto modding system gives you a base setup, which you can then adjust to your needs step by step. The last subtopic of modding is polarities. Polarities are important. Choosing the right mod for the right slot straight away could save you a lot of headache in the future. See, mods come with innate polarities, which are the little signs at the top right of their cards. Lots of frames also come with some innate polarities. Now if we put one and one together, we get to cut the capacity cost of the mod in half and make room for other mods as well. If this sounds super confusing, let me know in the comment section and I'll go over mods in more detail in a future video. Number 3. Syndicates. You won't see this until you know it's there, but Syndicates play an important role in your Warframe career. Syndicates offer you ability augments, Archwing weapons, Syndicate exclusive weapons, and some exclusive Captura scenes. Now with the recent installment of Warframe, it's easier than ever to see what Syndicates there are and to level up with them. The Syndicate module can be found on the left of your navigation segment, and you can even visit the Syndicates on a relay directly through the Syndicate menu, which is quite nice. A good thing to know is that syndicates rival with each other, meaning that you should choose wisely which syndicates you take as a combination of, for example, a Red Veil and Arbiters of Hexes will leave you with a battle for syndicate standing all the time. Syndicates also open up syndicate exclusive missions to rank up faster, and using a syndicate regalia earns standing passively. You can add regalias to your Warframe in the appearance section in the arsenal. Number 4 would be two-factor authentication, or in short 2FA. As a new player rocking through the star chart and gathering hard-earned resources and frames, you don't want someone to gain access to your account and steal all your shit. Also, you might want to trade every now and then, and that is only possible if you have 2FA set up. It's quite easy actually. All you have to do is log in on the warframe.com website, go to your profile, and follow the steps from there. It takes about a minute and opens up more security for your account. Number 5. Ranking weapons. Ranking weapons is not a side hustle in Warframe. It's actually quite important, as ranking weapons and Warframes not only makes them stronger by increasing the capacity etc., but it also gives you account affinity, which inevitably allows you to improve your mastery rank. Mastery rank helps with unlocking more weapons and features in the game, but ranking weapons can be quite the pain if you don't know how to do it. So let me try to explain this briefly. To rank up weapons, you want to only take the weapon you need to rank in a mission. If you need to rank up all your weapons, taking them one by one will still be faster, as the affinity or XP you gain will not be divided between them. I won't go into detail on how this works because it's so much information, man. Running in a squad will also increase the affinity you gain when you're in affinity range. You can check if you are in that range by looking at the top right corner of your screen. The affinity range icon will also show how many teammates are in range, and you'll gain more or less XP according to the amount of players in range. That's a lot of range. Now this is why missions like Saturn Helene or Setna Hydron are so popular. They are small tiled maps with a central defense point, meaning that area of effect or AoE frames like Sarin, Equinox, Frost, or heck even Rhino can do the main portion of the damage needed, while you can enjoy hordes of enemies dying and see your weapons ranking up faster than a Gauss on crack. You want others to kill for you in order to gain the maximum amount of XP in this case. For newer players, I'd suggest running a defense mission like Koba on Earth, or the excavation mission Tikal on Earth with a squad. Preferably Tikal, as not only will you learn how excavation missions work properly, but you'll level up fast due to the endless amount of enemies, and you'll gain Cryotic from successful excavations, which will serve you in the long run. For more experienced players, running Sanctuary Onslaught or Elite Sanctuary Onslaught should do the trick when you're with randoms. Otherwise, take that Enslaved Sleepkinox with you and push it to the limit on Setna Adaro. Number 6, the other side of the coin, ranking Warframes. With all that knowledge, you think that ranking up your Warframe will be a breeze. Well, reality check, it's not. You see, while with weapons you want others to kill for you, it's the other way around for Warframes. You want to kill as many enemies as possible while spamming your abilities to gain the maximum amount of XP. For beginner players, I recommend the same missions as before, simply because they are efficient, give you some bonus affinity, and make sure you learn some of the game's mechanics along with farming for resources. For more experienced players, head over to Adaro and, do whatever the fuck you want to do. Coming up to number 7 would be Prime Parts. Prime Parts, or Prime versions of Warframe, Sentinels, weapons and the like, are the better versions of the normal ones. While Primed Warframes enjoy slightly better stats, better looks in most cases, and the ability to gain energy from Orokin Death Orbs in the Void, Primed weapons enjoy arguably better stats overall, and in a lot, if not all cases, a worse Riven disposition. Now starting with Warframe is already confusing. You got frames, mods, different mission types, companions, sentinels, different factions, yada yada yada. But then you hear that you should get XYZ Weapon Prime or ABC Warframe Prime. Shit gets a lot more complicated than you think. To sum it up as easy as I possibly can, you have space cabbages called relics. These relics can be farmed from different missions. Each relic has its own specific set of parts you can farm from it. The parts are listed on the relic page when you open the relic segment next to your arsenal. It's on the right. Relics can be upgraded with void traces, which are contained in the reactant dropped during relic missions. You need to select those missions from your navigation segment and complete the mission. Survive for 5 minutes in a survival, finish 5 waves in a defense mission, or complete 2 excavations. Afterwards, you get a random part drop from the relic you selected. If you are with a squad, you can also select their drop, therefore, always recommend it to farm parts in a group to get the best results. Almost there, we come to quite a large topic when it comes to complicated shit in Warframe. It's a little weird to suggest this while also making instructional videos, but I just can't stress this enough. Use the fucking Wiki. Warframe's item gallery is humongous. Adding resources, prime parts, keys, etc. to that will make your brain feel as smooth as the tiny peanut brains Wukong mains have. To ease your burden and simply said, not overload the amount of info you need to retain, just use the Wiki. Where can I farm XYZ? Use the Wiki. How do I scan fragments? Use the Wiki. What does this Warframe do? Use the Wiki. Why did my dog bite me? I was only petting it. Use the fucking Wiki. Also go see a doctor. We already scratched the surface on number 9. Get your K drive as soon as possible. In short term, it will help you traverse the plains of Eidolon and Fortuna a lot quicker, and your control spacebar will thank you for it. Normally I would suggest getting your Archwing first, however the launch segment for the Archwing needs quite a boatload of resources and only unlocks an MR5. So to save you some time, make the game enjoyable and unlock some sick tricks along the way, just get the K drive. You get a rudimentary one after completing some main missions on Fortuna. My last point, and honestly the most important in my eyes, is enjoy the game and the scenery provided. With fast-paced games, there is a tendency to overlook things like map layouts, artwork, lighting and shadows, how weapons look and feel, etc. I've caught myself not even enjoying the scenery of the plains of Eidolon lately when running missions or capturing Eidolons. Sure, if you need to finish a mission quick and easy, do whatever you want. Just make sure to take some time and let Fortuna, the Orb Vallis, the plains of Eidolon, Cetus, the Necrolisk, etc. have an impact on you. Slow down for a second and be amazed by the amount of work that went into creating such an insane environment. I've been playing for a little over 2 years now, and I've recently rediscovered the beauty that is Cetus. The amount of details present is insane, and you can even find some funny or straight up weird Easter eggs here and there. Though, most importantly, enjoy the gameplay for what it is. I personally recommend straying away from the let's only concentrate on max damage crowd and just have some fun. Make some new friends, learn new mechanics, hell even create a dojo if you're up for it, or join one that is actually active and cares for its players. After learning a lot about Eidolons, quick charging and the like for example, I learned that you can use emotes while on Archwing and look absolutely ridiculous for example. There's just so much to enjoy, and only concentrating on what is wrong with the game will ultimately make you bitter and forget about what made this game so attractive in the first place. Bonus tip, since you fuckers would rip my head off if I wouldn't tell you this, only spend the starting platinum you got on Warframe and weapon slots. This will help you out immensely and open up new strategies for your playstyle through different Warframes and the like, and or regions to play in. Don't spend it on anything else. So that's it for now. This doesn't even come close to all the tips I'd have for newer players, but to keep it concise, I'll leave it at this. Make sure to hit the thumbs up button and subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and let me know what your best tips are for newer players in the comment section below. We also have a Discord channel that is becoming more and more active, so if you want to talk about Warframe, builds, fashion, etc., just click the link in the description below. Do make sure to click the checkmark in the rules and info section, otherwise you won't see the other channels. That's it for me. See you next time. Later.